Hello everyone, this is Sunita, CSC Department, Gokaraju Rangaraju Institute of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad. Today let's discuss about the topics algorithms, flowcharts and pseudocode, which are the Unit 1 topics in the subject Programming for Problem Solving. Now coming to the algorithms, these are the topics which we are going to cover in the concept of algorithms. So here, what is an algorithm? Characteristics of an algorithm, general structure followed to write an algorithm, and how to write an algorithm with examples. Now, what is an algorithm? A collection of finite number of sequential steps when executed that performs a given task is known as an algorithm. Simply to say, it is a step-by-step process to solve a particular problem. And it is also represented in an English-like language and has some mathematical symbols. Here, these are the characteristics of writing an algorithm. Any algorithm should satisfy the following criteria or properties of an algorithm. So there are 5 properties of an algorithm. First one is input, second one is output, definiteness, finiteness, and effectiveness. Coming to the first one, input. 0 or more quantities have to be supplied for any of the program depending on the application which is given. 0 or more quantities have to be externally supplied, which means through any of the input device. Generally we use keyboard. And then coming to the output, at least one quantity is produced. For any of the program we write for getting a solution, so at least we expect one output. So at least one quantity is produced. Definiteness. Each instruction should be very clear and unambiguous. Ambiguity is generally confusion. So each instruction in the algorithm should be very clear and without any confusion. The general terminology which we use is unambiguous. Now finiteness. Algorithm should terminate after finite number of steps when traced in all cases, which means whenever we start giving a solution, finally we have to complete providing a solution to it. So effectiveness, every instruction must be carried out very basically, which means any kind of person should be able to understand. You should follow these 5 categories or characteristics in order to write an algorithm. General structure of writing an algorithm. It should have start, input data, and the evaluation process, which means the processing part, and then output and terminating point. This is an example of writing an algorithm to find sum and average of 3 given numbers. So for writing this, we have to clearly write down the instructions stepwise. So for step 1, start. Step 2, read 3 values which are A, B, C. And then you can use the term compute or calculate. Any kind of English word you can use. Sum is equal to A plus C. And then you have to find out the average for the given application and print both sum and average. Finally, you have to give a terminating point stop. And then this is also an example of finding the largest of 2 numbers. For this, step 1 will be start, step 2 will be read 2 numbers, then comes the comparison. If the condition is true, it have to display A is largest, which is in step 4, and if the condition is wrong, it have to move on to step 5. So in the step 3 you have to go otherwise go to, right? So this is how to write an algorithm if conditions are to be implemented. Now the advantages and disadvantages or merits and demerits of an algorithm. Advantages are acts as a blueprint for program development, easy technique to understand logic, easy to identify errors, easy to debug. And the disadvantages will be time consuming, difficult to code for lengthy problems, big tasks are difficult to write in an algorithm. And then coming to the flowchart. In this flowchart, what is a flowchart? Significance of flowcharts, flowchart symbols, how to write flowcharts will be explained. First, let us know what is a flowchart. Flowchart is a visual or graphical or pictorial representation of an algorithm which are written in sequential steps. Flowcharts will be drawn using certain symbols like rectangles, ovals, circles, and diamond shaped. So flowchart is an important aid in the development of a solution to a problem. It is easier to understand than an algorithm as it is visually presented. Now, these are the symbols. Oval is used to begin or stop the flowchart, and then parallelogram for both input operations as well as output operations, and rectangle for the processing part, and diamond for including a decision making thing, whenever we wanted to make some decisions, we have to use a diamond shaped symbol, and the flow line, an arrow symbol to represent the flow of control. An algorithm should be drawn either from top to bottom or from left to right. This is a simple flowchart to represent the swapping of two given numbers, start, and then we are assigning the values 0 to n1, n2, and temporary variables. They are nothing with them. Now we are reading only two variables, which are n1 and n2. Now comes the swapping process, and then we have to print both the results using parallelogram symbol. And then and then um, and and then flowchart for finding the largest of three given numbers. So this is the flowchart which you can draw when decision making statements are there. Now coming to the merits and demerits, it is short and simple. Logical steps, effective communication, flowcharts can be visually appealing, and then visual clarity, proper documentation, because when we see the picture, it will be very clear rather than the instructions or a paragraph. So it is more understandable than the algorithm. Now coming to the demerits, including oversimplifying, repeating modifications, and reproduction. It can be difficult to draw a flowchart neatly, especially when mistakes are made. It is difficult to draw the flowchart when it is big also. And then pseudocode. What is a pseudocode? Significance of pseudocode. How to write pseudocode. Pseudocode is a simple and concise sequence of statements like instructions to solve a problem. Pseudocode is a text-based detail tool. So here, coming to the pseudocode, it simply represents like an algorithm but with a little modification. So to determine whether student passed or failed, you have to start program, input grade. If student's grade is greater than or equal to 60, print pass. Simply like English, general English with no syntax or nothing. But here the difference is we will use endif and end program, start program and end program. So this is another pseudocode. Start program, end program will be there, and in the middle, get the length L and width W, compute the area, L into W, display the area. So these are the merits and demerits. So these are the exercises which we are giving to you to find the smallest of three numbers, to find area and circumference of a circle. So for all these, you have to write algorithm, draw flowchart, and write down the pseudocode. Thank you. Hope you understood the concepts of algorithms, flowcharts, and pseudocode. Let's wind up the session. Thank you.